Scores of FBI agents are speaking out against corrupted Hillary probe, afraid to testify, by the conservative Jew for RWNofficial.com. Although being subpoenaed to appear in front of a judge is something the majority of the people would want to try to avoid, a new report has come out that dozens of FBI agents are ready, able, and willing to have their day in court to expose the corruption that was going on during the Barack Hussein Obama regime. First, last Friday on Hannity's Fox News show, he was able to confirm that more than 24 FBI agents are willing to be subpoenaed in order to testify about what the widespread abuses and political bias that occurred at the Bureau during the Hillary Clinton email scandal when Obama was president. And all this is being backed by a stack of evidence to back up Carter's claim. Sarah Carter is an investigative journalist who's reporting on Comey. The FBI and Clinton scandals have proven correct time after time. Here is more via the Conservative Tribune. We have an Inspector General report coming out, and I'm told as many as 28 people that have knowledge of the Clinton email server scandal want to be subpoenaed so they can tell the story of corruption at the highest levels of the Bureau, and that they love, Hannity said. It appears that Hannity isn't the only one who sees a major rift between top-level FBI figures like former Director James Comey and the hardworking agents who want to see justice served. Sarah Carter, an investigative journalist who's reporting on Comey, the FBI, and Clinton scandals, has been proven correct with shocking accuracy, agreed with the Fox host. There are a lot of FBI agents that want to come out and speak, Carter told Hannity. A lot of them are current agents, which makes it very difficult for them, so they need to be subpoenaed. These are the things that Congress needs to act on. A growing stack of evidence backs up that claim. The Daily Caller recently reported that several FBI agents have quietly come forward and admitted that many good people at the Bureau are worried about speaking out because of career and legal reprisals from above. FBI agents concerned about corruption are hunkering down because they see good people being thrown to the dogs for speaking out, and speaking out does nothing to solve the problems. The Daily Caller quoted one of the agents who communicated via a former White House officials. Those rank-and-file agents believe the upper levels of the agency think they can get away with anything, while middle-level personnel are left powerless to speak out. It's a question of basic credibility. Congress, the executive, and oversight are not seen to have any gravitas or seriousness. The Daily Caller quoted its FBI source, who, for obvious reasons, wanted to stay anonymous. The inmates have been running the asylum, and they don't respect, much less fear, their overseers. We know will be hung out to dry. So-called whistleblower protections are supposed to shield witnesses of abuse, but these are not always as strong as they should be. I've worked hard to strengthen legal protections, especially for FBI employees, Senate Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley said. Related, another hypocrite. This one, Grassley is one to watch. Related, okay, that's really interesting. You have a right to cooperate with congressional inquiries, just as you have a right to cooperate with the Inspector General. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying, Grassley added. In other words, he's not giving protection to anybody. You see what I'm saying? Grassley is not to be trusted. You have a right to cooperate. I have a right to cooperate, but I'm not going to risk my career, my paycheck. I have a family. I have a mortgage. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, come on now. This is real life. I mean, really? But the FBI members are apparently not convinced. I wouldn't be convinced either. Even with the enactment of the new whistleblower protection law, what is the deterrent for retaliation against whistleblowers? An FBI source told the Daily Caller. The FBI executives will just stall, ignore, and run out the clock until the victim runs out of money for legal fees or else retires, the agent noted. Being ordered to testify under oath could be sort of a long shot Hail Mary, pray to shine a light on the truth, not play. That is why the new whistleblowers want to be subpoenaed, the agent said, according to the Caller. They simply don't have the resources to fight the inevitable retaliation that will ensue regardless of the new law. There is a clear hesitation from witnesses of deep state corruption to come forward, and that's where Congress may come into play. May come into play by subpoenaing FBI members who have direct knowledge of corruption and political games within the Bureau. Lawmakers could give the good people who are still at the agency the protection they need to expose the truth. It has been confirmed that many FBI agents have quietly and bravely come forward and attested to the fact that many good people at the Bureau are worried about speaking out because of career and legal reprisals from the higher-ups who were in cahoots with the corrupt Obama administration. Let's hope this really comes to fruition and these brave agents see their day in court. Corruption like this in this country that has always been considered a beacon of hope for the world cannot stand if this goes unchecked. We will become the laughing stock of the world, and rightly so. Agents like these who want to testify is what might actually save the FBI as an institution, although at this point I believe it might just be best to call it a day and disband and replace. I said that. And while we're at it, let's do the same with the DOJ and the IRS, who were also weaponized by Barack Hussein Obama and his corruption. Yeah, I mean, really. And you see Trey Gowdy. I mean, how are you going to come in and go and testify when you see the corruption in Gowdy slow walking the IG report, coming out and saying that there was no spy? And Devin Nunes did not say there was no spy. He said there, in his own words, that there were things going on. I mean, come on. Anyway, we'll listen to a little bit of this.
We'll follow the bouncing ball here, something the media can't do. More breaking news tonight. Her brand new column, her brand new report. Investigative reporter, Fox News contributor Sarah Carter. Sarah, let's get into yours. And it's very clear. It's, this is a big story also. And you're also corroborating and confirming a lot of John's story.
Absolutely. I mean, I think what we see before the FBI actually opened its official investigation, it was a counterintelligence investigation, which means they were gathering as much information as possible from everywhere. And they could. They actually, and I'm not talking about just the Bureau, I'm talking about other intelligence agencies, foreign intelligence, the Great Britain, Germany, Estonia, Poland. Now, we're a member of the Five Eyes, and that doesn't include Germany,
Explain
Estonia.
the Five Eyes.
Okay, that's Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the United States, and Great Britain. And we share information with one another. That means if we have information that's pertinent to the U.S., we share it. Remember with Alexander Downer, the ambassador who shared the information with the United States on his conversation with Papadopoulos.
By the way, we got to remind people, Downer donated $25 million to the Clinton Foundation, okay?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And remember, before the FBI interviewed him, the State Department had to get involved. That would mean John Kerry knows about this too, and that goes back to John's report. It goes to the White House, now it goes also to the Secretary of State's office.
Well, we have to ask ourselves, Sean, what information are we trading back and forth? And this also would mean that Brennan, who is head of the CIA, DNI Clapper, Director of National Intelligence, would be well aware of this, because this is a counterintelligence investigation involving something very specific, involving the Trump campaign members. And that's very important. That doesn't mean that this would just be at a lower level. This would be at a higher level, a principal level, which means that Brennan was very well aware of what was going on. And what I'd like to know is, did the British share the information with us first on some of these players, or did we ask for specific information?
But this is important.
How was the exchange?
Yeah, and this is important because all these foreign players are involved. The timeline is way off than the story, that the narrative that they've been saying. That means people have been lying dramatically here. And then we got an IG report coming out, and I'm told as many as 28 people that have knowledge of the Clinton email server scandal, 28 of them, FBI people, want to be subpoenaed so they can tell the story about corruption at the highest levels of the bureau that they love.
Absolutely. There's a lot of FBI agents that want to come out and speak. A lot of them are current agents, which makes it very difficult for them. So they need to be subpoenaed. So these are things that Congress needs to act on, Congress needs to do so that they can come out and tell their stories.
Unbelievable reporting. Thank you, Sarah Carter. You just keep...
And it's true. If Congress doesn't protect them, how are they going to go and put their necks on the line? If they don't see any action taking place for the good, how are they going to put their livelihoods on the line? You know what I'm saying? I go along with that, whether people disagree or not. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.